Success!
Right now, get a new Hyundai Elantra or Santa Fe with 0% APR financing for 72 months. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end 11/30/19. Call 877-616-8513 for complete feature and offer details.
It's the best holiday gift New Year's resolution ever. Never clean your gutters again. Call A+ Gutters to install a leaf and gutter protection system with a 10-year workmanship warranty. A+ Gutters, 924-5650. That's 924-5650.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Former NFL quarterback David Garrard.
Had surgery on my left knee. Dr. Murphy has done both of them, and so he's really helped me get back to my ability to get out and move around, play with the kids, and still feel like I'm a former NFL quarterback. Started to get a little older, and things stopped working like they should, and Dr. Murphy and Southeast Orthopedic truly come in and save the day.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Attention diesel mechanics. Republic Services is now hiring in Duval and St. Johns County. And with Republic Services, new diesel mechanics get a $2,000 sign-on bonus, $1,000 yearly tool allowance, and competitive benefits. Republic Services will even pay for your ASC certifications and offer a bonus for each certification earned. Join the Republic Services team and make a positive impact on your community and environment today. Visit republicservices.jobs for more information and to apply. Wear the star, drive your career.
Georgia Bulldog football. Hear the Dogs fight for the SEC East.
Brought to you by Meineke Car Care
and the Bailey Group. Catch live play-by-play action on 1010XL.
The pre-Black Friday sale at Mattress Recliner Fit. Why wait? Get it now. Hacker here. Don't wait. Save up to $600 on Tempur-Pedic mattresses and adjustable bases. Plus, get a free leather Italian recliner worth $700 with qualifying purchase. Only with Tempur-Pedic purchase on new sales. See store for qualifying details. All on sale at Beach and Hodges. Plus, now there's a second location in St. John's off 210. The pre-Black Friday sale right now. Why wait? Find the fit for you at Mattress Recliner Fit.
Hi, this is Lisa the Botanista with the Freedom Boat Club to remind you that summer is closer than you think. In Jacksonville, we have 2 seasons, summer and waiting for summer. Fortunately for us, summer begins at the end of February and lasts until December. So what is an aquaholic to do while we're waiting for summer? Some people love to fish. Others take advantage of the peaceful pre-summer waterways to enjoy quiet cruises around our beautiful city. For an aquaholic, it's always boating season. And regardless of the time of year, boating is always more pleasurable when you leave all the hassles at the dock, leave the maintenance, repairs, and the cleaning, and spend your precious time where you enjoy it most, on the water. At the Freedom Boat Club, we exist to make sure your boating memories are pleasant ones and your time on the water is always hassle-free. You might be amazed at how affordable our memberships are. And when you're a member of the Freedom Boat Club, regardless of the season, your boat is always waiting.
Tee it high and let it fly, and come join me, my friends, at the home course, the Jointon Creek Golf Club. Boy, it's in good shape, and this is a great time of year to play golf, isn't it? Weather starts to change a little bit, a little crispness, and I got a beautiful golf course for you. You will love the people at the Jointon Creek Golf Club. I mean, just so down to earth. Big practice facilities, everything you could want out of a pro shop and a snack bar. They got games out there during the week. If you want to play good golf and fun golf, then come on over to the home course, the Jointon Creek Golf Club.
Hurricanes aren't the only weather-related danger here in the Sunshine State. Let Southern Oak Insurance show you how we can protect your home. Log on to find out more, southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
When you owe the IRS or Florida sales tax and can't pay, contact J. David Tax Law. voted best tax attorney by Folio Weekly readers, and an ultimate tax attorney by the Jacksonville Business Journal. Stop collection action and permanently resolve your tax problem. Peace of mind is only a click or call away. Call J. David Tax Law now for a no-cost consultation at 507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Online at jdavidtaxlaw.com.
For the best price and service when it comes to your waste hauling and collecting, look no further than the A-Team at All American Roll-Off and Recycling. Jeff Prosser here, and let me tell you, you're not going to find an easier way to handle your project cleanups than calling in the A-Team at All American. A J.B. Coxwell company, All American Roll-Off and Recycling has brand new trucks and cans in all sizes to fit your project needs. No hidden fees. Count on the best price in town. When it comes to cleaning up when the job is done, go with the A-Team at All American Roll-Off and Recycling. Visit us at all-americanrolloff.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray, and we're throwing the flag on those big city dealers charging those big city prices. Come see why everybody's driving the distance to Murray Superstores. If we don't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Our starting All-American lineup wins every time. Plus, our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty on all new and qualified used vehicles puts the blitz on the competition. And we'll trade anything from wore-out bed sheets to football cleats. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Here we go. Excited to go over today's Friday 5-pack results as we need to assemble Splashy, take the baseline for a walk. I'm not sure exactly how I did, but I think I did damn good.
Well, let's remind the Googans, too, to enter the fray tomorrow.
Yes.
Time's running out, but you still have a chance to enter the 1010XL Weekly Pick'em Contest.
Oh, you got plenty of time.
Weekly winners will square off at the end of the season in Week 17 for a chance at the ultimate prize, a 2019 Crewmax Toyota Tundra.
By the way, our last show this week, because of the holiday, will be Wednesday. And as always, for Thanksgiving, we give you the extra pick. It's the Thanksgiving 6-pack.
Yes.
We have that to
and Dan's going to need it.
Try and make up some ground.
You're going to need it, buddy.
Let's
like
recap
the week.
Talk dirty to me.
It started, Jeff went first because he had one that he just was frothing at the mouth for. He wanted the Fighting Loveys of Illinois getting 15 points.
The Fighting Black Santas. Have you seen Lovey's beard?
Yes.
It's fantastic.
It's luxurious. That was a winner for Jeff.
If they ever cast an African American as Santa, he would be perfect. It looks just like a Santa beard.
Dan,
yes,
you identified the Atlanta Falcons as poised to go on a little run, as they were laying 4 in this one.
Yeah.
That did not come in for you.
No, that didn't.
Jeff, once again, he identified this pick early in the week. He liked the Titans laying 3 on the Jags. Could have laid 300.
That's the lock of the century, wasn't it? That's the lock of the century. Boy. My want for the Jaguars to not be terrible made me, just ease up a little bit on the vehemence with which I thought they would road grade us. And I should have just stood with the initial, they'll win by 40. Doesn't matter. Told you to play it. Easy winner.
It's okay. Dan, you did correctly identify that the Fighting Sooners of Oklahoma seem to be on a trend of being in tight games. So you thought the 18 points seems like way too much.
Yes.
The Sooners did win the game by a scant 4 points, so that's a winner for Danny.
All right, there's one.
You guys went on a little underrun in the SEC. Jeff, you like the under between A&M and Georgia. It was 44. That's a 19-13 final. That's a winner for Jeff.
Yeah, that was easy. I tell you what now, and again, Georgia fan, please just let me say this. If I'm Texas A&M fan, I am feeling like so victimized by the officials. They had 2 blatant interferences on Georgia that would have kept scoring drives alive. And the one touchdown that Georgia scored, Pickens, the fantastic freshman George Pickens, grabbed the defensive back at the line of scrimmage by the face mask, pulled him down to the ground, and then ran by him for a touch and caught the ball for a touchdown. Nonetheless, Georgia stays alive. They're going to be number 4 again. We had some teams lose, though, in the top 10 this week.
Dan, a narrow win is still a win. You like the under for Tennessee, Missouri.
You got to buy half.
The line was 45.5. That's a 24-20 final.
Woo! Atta baby.
Slipped in. Back to the NFL. Jeff, you said this was the last stand for the Eagles. They did not stand. They laid down flat.
I should have. That was a bad pick. And if you're going to count on us in the 5-pack, then you got to be more aware than I was about the injury situation for the Eagles. Their offense is just beat to heck. They don't have anything left. And Carson Wentz having a terrible year. Take it from a guy who is overcoming him on my fantasy team to somehow still win games.
Dan?
Yes, sir.
You identified the LSU-Arkansas game. You said LSU was going to score 55, but Arkansas was going to post at best 12. Unfortunately, LSU scored 56, and Arkansas scored 20.
They got a late touch,
So,
man.
yeah, you got BDC'd on that one.
I had that one.
And,
56-13 when it's still
And I watched the first quarter, and I had it was either 7-3 or 7-6 at the end of one. And I was like, okay, I got a shot here. Because I know LSU's going to score. Arkansas is horrible. Oh,
by the way, what about
18 conference games in a row they've lost?
What about Ed Orgeron just bluntly honest at the post game too?
Yeah. What'd he say?
We're not going to celebrate because these guys don't win very many games.
Well, we don't really know what he said, but he said something along those
Something
lines.
to that effect. Yeah. Right. Basically buried Arkansas, matter of factly. Jeff, your final pick, you dove into the ACC. You said you didn't understand this line. You said Virginia Tech's rolling and Pitt is awful.
Yeah.
Final score 28-0.
Yeah, Pitt's not awful. Sometimes I embellish to prove my point on my picks. But, yeah, Virginia Tech's playing good football. And Virginia, we've got some interesting games in college football this weekend that are going to decide the division title. I think Virginia Tech is one of them. Wisconsin, Minnesota is another. Maybe even Utah, Oregon. Do they play maybe? No, Oregon's probably got Oregon State.
No,
They've
Utah.
already played already. Utah and Oregon didn't play this year?
No, they'll meet in the championship game.
Oh, they're on opposite sides. Gotcha.
That caps off a 4-1 week for Jeff.
I need it.
You're now over 500 at
Thank you.
32 and 31 with a pair of pushes. Dan, Dustin Hopkins hit a 39-yarder with 16 seconds to go. Sadly, still not enough, as you like the Redskins laying 3.5.
I think they're getting 3.5.
No, they're getting 3.5. Dumbass.
Hey, easy.
That's a win.
Easy.
Well, you're trying to mush me, telling me I need help. I had a winning week.
Easy.
Yeah.
You're a very angry person.
You're darn right I am.
They only went
It's like
3 and
the
2.
vitriol.
Kind of, this is important.
Okay.
I could have kept pressing. No, they were favored.
Settle down.
We righted the wrong.
You're fine.
You're 3 and 2.
It's all good. 3 and 2 week,
man.
31 and 33. This is the same vitriol you were firing at me on the text line.
You traveled to Indianapolis.
So
and
what's the deal? I'm 31 and 30, and he's 31 and 33.
You're 32 and 31, Jeff, and Dan is 31 and 33.
Nice. I need it.
What are you?
I'm 32 and 31.
+1, and I'm -2.
And you're -2.
3 back.
And
All
we'll
right.
keep
I'm
playing.
good.
We got a special 6-pack. Look forward to that on Wednesday. I know you're already setting your
Tries
alarms.
to give me a loss when I pick a one-win team
well,
to cover.
You were off taking a selfie where they were kicking that pick.
I think you let him know that you were aware.
You're darn right.
I'm pretty
I
sure you did.
Yeah.
What
All
did I
right,
do to you? You've
that-
been angry since yesterday.
Get it.
Like I said, you go to Indianapolis and Nashville back-to-back and not be angry.
Escalated quickly. Maybe there's a fracture here in the bond of this alleged friendship that they tout for so much of the year.
Yes.
All right. It's the Monday
leave my
Morning
seat on
Quarterback.
you.
DivorceMenOnly.com. We've got Breakfast with Baselli, which is going to be really good in one area in particular. We're going to get some Chick-fil-A. So that and more as we roll along here. No victory formation. It's been a month since we've had one of those. It's the drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Listen to 92.5 FM on Alexa. Say, Alexa, open 92.5 FM Jacksonville skill. And hear special messages from 1010XL personalities. You must say, Alexa, open 92.5 FM Jacksonville skill to initiate.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields, inviting you to become a member of the Fields family. Welcome to Porsche Jacksonville,
where a new timeless sports car will be waiting for you. The new 911 Carrera S, the sum of the reflection of the past and a vision to the future. Its iconic silhouette houses 443 max horsepower, delivering 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds and a top track speed of 191 miles per hour. The new 911 Carrera S, a timeless machine. Now available at Porsche Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard and PorscheJacksonville.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Football fans, what's your ride looking like these days?
rolling on those stock rims, ball tires. My friends over at R&R Tire Express hook me up, and can you too. R&R carries a huge selection of passenger tires and custom wheels with affordable payment options. Just $20 installs new tires and $50 installs custom wheels and tire packages with R&R's 6-month same as cash. Installation, rotation, balance, flat repair, and a roadside assistant is free. Ask for the Leon Special, and R&R will give you $100 off your purchase. For locations, go to rnrtires.com.
Look, guys, this is it. This is the week. For this week only, MyBookie is offering a risk-free bet on the Bears-Lions game. Simply choose a team against the spread for up to $250. If you win, congratulations, you've got extra holiday spending money. If you lose, well, congratulations to you too, because MyBookie will give you all your money back. It's a no-brainer because you literally cannot lose. It's no risk, all gravy, and I do like gravy. It doesn't matter whether you're an experienced player or a first-time customer. MyBookie welcomes all to play, so quit waiting around and sign up today. Just log on to mybookie.ag, make your first deposit with the promo code radio, and MyBookie will match your deposit dollar for dollar to jumpstart your bankroll. That's on top of the risk-free bet. Let me repeat. That's a guaranteed deposit match and a risk-free bet this week only at mybookie.ag, where you play, you win, gobble, gobble, everybody. You get paid.
Postgame Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of the world-famous Classic Cuban. Everybody loves a classic.
Out here, you need to control your environment, or it may control you. You need the Kubota L2501DT compact tractor. It comes with all the easy-to-use implements you need. Get the L2501DT for as low as $139 a month with 0% APR financing for 84 months, plus a 6-year limited powertrain warranty. Now through December 31st, 2019. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
Seriously, my dealership just fixed the transmission.
And Guy and his cheap transmission fluid.
We all know how it can be to go to the wrong place for transmission repair. Made up of over 800 pieces, the transmission is the most complex part of your car.
Note to self, don't let your hot neighbor fix your transmission.
So it's important to have it fixed by someone with the right training and experience. And no one has more of that than the experts at AMCO. People have known us as the transmission experts for over 50 years. From simple transmission repairs to highly complex custom rebuilds. If there's something wrong with your car, it could be the transmission. So bring it to the transmission experts at AMCO. AMCO. AA MCO. Get our comprehensive multi-point check free, a $79 value.
See AMCOJacksonville.com for complete details.
I'm Holt Harrell. At Harrell & Harrell, we have the size and resources to take on the largest companies. But we are also the size that we know each and every one of our clients when they call. So call us. Harrell & Harrell. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Offices, Jacksonville.
And welcome back to another episode of Potty Talk with our current champion. So what's your secret to your perfect plumbing proficiency?
It's simple, really. Roland Reach Plumbing is always the right answer.
Roland Reach Plumbing, 260-7059.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you listen to one commercial today, listen to this one.
Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are doing it again. This year, we will recognize 12 local heroes in our community and honor them with a brand new vehicle. 12 heroes will be getting 12 new vehicles. Nominate a law enforcement officer, firefighter, EMT, nurse, teacher, veteran, and new this year, your local WOW hero. Head to localwowheroes.com to nominate and vote today. Let's wow our heroes.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
With your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Beef. For 1010XL, disappointing finish again yesterday for the Jags as they fall at Tennessee 42-20. That's 6 straight losses in Nashville for the Jaguars, who dropped to 4-7 on the season and for all intents and purposes out of playoff contention. And now questions start swirling about people's futures, but head coach Doug Marrone said he's not going to sweat that stuff.
It is what it is, and if you don't win, then you're always going to have a chance to get fired. And if you win, you still have a chance to get fired if you don't do it well enough. So you just work your butt off, and it's up to other people to handle that, and I just leave it up to them. I'm not going to waste any time, worrying about that. What I'm going to put my time into is how can we coach them better? How can we play better?
It's 8 o'clock and 47 degrees. Time and Temp is brought to you by Bueller Heating and Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller. Breakfast with Baselli starts right now.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Now Breakfast with Baselli.
Brought to you by Claude Nolan Cadillac and ClaudeNolanCadillac.com. Beginning lasting relationships since 1905. Breakfast provided by Chick-fil-A.
On 1010XL.
It's the segment we do with a mouthful of food.
Yes.
Breakfast with Baselli.
He's he's our friend, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer one day. His name adorns the wall of the stadium. He was unbelievable football player. He's a great man. But in the history of local sports media, 2019 will go down as one thing and one thing only, the year of the Baselli gaffe.
Oh.
And I mean, I'm talking from some of the greats of the past, some of the titans of the industry, Jay Solomon and Matt Cooney. And
man, he doesn't even know who those people are.
The man who dubbed world's most famous outdoor cocktail party, and just down the list of the great
Rex Edmondson,
the heavy hitters of Jacksonville sports media.
Some would say Dan Hicken.
Don Anthony Baselli Jr. uttered these words, the Jaguars are going to run the table. Now, 2 weeks ago.
You think you're being a little hard on him?
I'm not trying to be hard. I'm just saying this may go down as the worst gaffe in Jacksonville sports media.
You got quoted in a column yesterday in the paper, Tony, if that makes you feel
I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying.
That you were going to go 7-0. You were quoted in the paper saying that esteemed, voice of the Jags, Tony Baselli, said they were going to go 7-0. Something to that effect.
Oh, that's good.
What's up, big fella?
Good news.
What do you want me to do?
Just letting you know in case you didn't know. Yeah. I'll send you a screenshot later. You'll live in your
and on the things that I worry about and care about, that is as far down
the
list as
well, that's good. Then we wouldn't want you to be bothered by it all day.
No, I'm not. Trust me. There's not a second that I worry about me saying I thought this team would play well and had a chance.
What has happened, Tony, in all seriousness, though, from believing that coming out of the bye to they haven't just lost, Tone. I mean, this is we're tiptoeing into uncompetitive territory.
Well, they're not very good. I mean, that's the bottom line. And anytime you give up, let's just state the obvious. They've given up 702 yards, I think it was, of rushing in 3 games.
Oh,
that's like when you're playing the wishbone in college. You see teams give up those kind of yards, and when you give up yards like that, you watch the tape. I don't think it's schematic. It's not a schematic issue. It's not where you see them doing unsound things on defense. They're getting blocked. They're getting pushed around. They're not making plays. They're missing tackles. It's not a good defense right now. It's guys aren't playing well. Guys aren't doing their job. And then where it goes on to the coach's job is to get them to do their job. But this is it's if you look at the roster and you look at what's going on, it's not a good football team right now, and they're not making plays, and they're not getting it done. They're getting beat. They're getting beat at the point of attack, and that's why you lose football games. If you can't control the line of scrimmage,
so they're not good enough, right? I mean, we're 12 games in.
No, they're not.
Yeah. We need better players.
Yeah, they're not. I mean,
it's fine. I mean, it's one or the other, Tone, right? I mean, it's not a.
Well, or it could be both. It could be a problem at every level of procurement, players playing, coaches getting them to play at the level they need to play at. I mean, it could be all three. I mean, and when you give up that many yards and you have that poor performances 3 weeks in a row, and if you look at the whole season, 4 times giving up that time of yardage, and really only, beating one team. They beat the Titans here at home. I mean, that was a good win. But outside of that, the Jets are better. They're playing better football now, but the Bengals are no good. I mean, it's a team that's they don't have that statement win. They don't, So yeah, I mean, I think it's all of it. And the thing that I think all of us, and I always you want to be positive and you want to believe the best and you want to think the best, and it forces you to probably overestimate what the team could do. But if you just turn the tape doesn't lie. The truth is they're not very good right now.
So obviously a lot of. Let me ask you this: as a defensive unit, when somebody rushes for 200+ yards against you, team wise, and it's happened more times in this season than any season in Jaguars history. When you walk off that field, you know that, right? You sense that they have run the ball down your throat. 200 is like a magic number of this is.
Listen, if you give up 150, you got
it's terrible. Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
200 is like what?
Yeah, and 3 times in a row, it's mind-boggling, especially for a group that we thought was going to be the strength of the football team. Quite honestly,
well, they're not.
Yeah,
and you evaluate what the play on the field is, and as the old saying, tape doesn't lie.
Right.
It's very clear. They don't get off blocks. They go have misassignments going in the wrong gaps. They have misreads. They get beat. They get beat.
Oof.
And it's not good. And it's they got to play better, guys. Like here's what we do in the NFL. I'm not just saying here in Jackson, but what we do in the NFL is like, the coaches stink, fire the coaches.
Right.
Like that's
the fans. You mean fans think fire
everybody?
Yeah.
No, not just the fans, but the media, all of us. Like that's like owners. That's what.
Yeah,
sure.
I
mean, it's not, I'm not going to put this in the fans. It's nothing to
no,
do
well,
with
you said the coaches think fire the coaches. I didn't know what you were referring to.
Oh no, I'm not saying the coach. I said that's what we do.
Oh, okay.
That's what we do in professional sports in general. But that's what we do. It's like okay, let's just. But that's not going to. That doesn't. A lot of times, that's not the solve. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's just bad coaching and it's bad staff or bad culture or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when you give up performances like they have, and then offensively they don't score points.
Right.
I mean, you understand. Yesterday, Leonard Fournette had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's the number 2 and number 3 rushing touchdowns as a team this year.
Yeah.
In 11 games. So, we're beating up the defense, and rightfully so. They deserve it, but it's not like the offense is humming.
No. They had. It was weird yesterday too, Tony.
Sure. This is, and you have to. I think you have to take an honest look at the organization, top to bottom, and say, how did we get here? And
then fire them all.
What are we going to do?
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
They had a 6-minute drive to start the game, and they got no points.
Yeah, they were. I think it was on the 24-yard line.
Yeah.
2nd and 4.
Yeah.
And had to punt it away.
Yeah, it's. Oof.
So, I mean, it's. Listen, this stinks. It stinks for everybody. It's not fun. I mean,
I know.
And it's not like guys aren't trying.
Sure.
This is not a guys aren't trying to get it done. I mean, I thought Leonard Fournette played his tail off yesterday. I thought he just worked his tail off. I watched the offensive line. I thought they played hard and blocked, and they had some really bad penalties.
Yeah.
That hurt them. But it's not like it's a lack of effort.
Yeah.
The defense. I mean, they got pushed around. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah.
I don't think they're trying to get pushed around. Trust me, I've been in those situations. It's not fun. And so it's not like these guys. Oh, this is just great. Let's just get our rear ends kicked.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get blocked like that and you get physically dominated and you make errors in what your assignment, in gap responsibility is, that's what happens, especially when you're playing against a team that has a really good player like Derrick Henry.
Nick Foles, Tone, in the first half, it seemed like, I don't know, it just seemed like there's some underthrows and maybe and I asked Doug Marrone afterwards from his perspective, and he didn't agree. In terms of it looked like the ball just doesn't get there in time or whatever. It looked off, I guess is the best way to say it. What did you think of Foles and where they are at the quarterback spot?
Well, I mean, he made some good throws and they drove the ball, so I don't think it's like that. If you're saying like the arm strength or arm whatever, I didn't see that at all. I did see, again, a passing offense that was never in rhythm. Mm-hmm. It looked like a guy who was uncomfortable at times in the pocket, and wasn't either letting it develop or just felt like he needed to get rid of it maybe a little sooner than I felt like. And at times it's not like there's a bunch of guys winning down the field, and there were plays to be made down the field, and I'm not saying you're going to make every one of them, but you got to make some. I mean,
right.
Conley has a one-on-one, and they call them 50-50 balls for a reason. Like sometimes you got to go get those, and you got to win or force the pass interference by playing big. I mean, DJ Chark, who's had a great season, a really good player. He had a play against Adoree Jackson. It's underthrown. It's a one-on-one, and it went right through his hands. He stopped, did everything right, but
Conley had one off the shoulder pass.
That's what he was saying.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, those plays, like good teams make those plays.
Right.
Tony, is there any? I'm sorry.
Plays that are made, and they didn't make them. And then I don't think Nick played well, and I don't think Hugh Teddy played well.
Yeah. Is there any value in playing? The fans obviously half of them are going to like Nick Foles is playing run defense, but is there any argument to playing Minshew any this second half of the season?
If you give up 200 yards rushing, you can put Joe Montana back there and not one football game very often. I mean, if you look at the percentage of games that teams win when they give up 200 yards plus rushing, it's really, really low.
Bigger picture, their stats are very similar. Where would you measure Gardner Minshew against Nick Foles right now?
Well, I mean, let's not make any bones about it. Those teams not going to the playoffs. I mean, this team, you're playing it out and you're trying to figure out how you're going to build it and what you're going to do and decisions you're going to make. So I'm playing Nick Foles. I mean, you saw Gardner. You have a good idea of what Gardner Minshew is. He played very meaningful games in the middle of the season. It was like garbage time, and you invested a bunch of money in Nick Foles, and I think you need to evaluate it and let this thing play out. He missed a lot of football coming off an injury. That's not easy to do, especially a quarterback with a collarbone. And so I think where I sit today, and I haven't thought about it much, to be honest with you, I think you got to let it play out a little bit longer. When I say let it play out a little bit longer, you want to evaluate so you can make a decision of kind of what direction you're going in the off season. And so, to me, is a 2-game sample enough to say, we know that, hey, we're going with Gardner Minshew. Because if you go with Gardner Minshew right now, you're basically saying, this is our guy going next year.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if you're ready to stay. Is it right now? How you're playing and all the things that are going on, and is that the decision you want to make today? I don't think that is the decision you want to make today. You have plenty of time to make that decision. So I know the fans are going to want it. I get it. There was a buzz, there was excitement that gives you some juice, and so as a fan base, because of all the stuff that surrounds Gardner Minshew, which is fun. But I think you have to make. I think sometimes as an organization, you have to make decisions. Let me say this. I think it was Steve Spurrier who said, if I start making decisions based on what the fans want, I'm going to be sitting with the fans or something along those lines.
Right.
That Steve Spurrier said that.
I don't know, but somebody said that, yes.
Somebody said that.
Yes.
It wasn't Steve Spurrier. I'm sorry, Coach Spurrier.
Well, it's a good line. He probably would enjoy you giving him credit for it.
Yeah, I love the line, so if it wasn't you, but I think that's the danger. Especially when you're in these situations when it's so bad, the noise is so loud. It is, the human nature is like you start listening too much. And I think you've got to really just put the earbuffs on and the blinders on inside that building and say, we have to make decisions that are best for this football team to win games. Because appeasing fans, and I'm not saying this against the fans will scream, yell, boo, and everything else, but appeasing fans a lot of times will just create a vicious cycle that you continue to be bad and just don't go the right direction. What fans want, guys, and I think we all know this, they want to win. They want to be competing. They want to. Every fan base in professional football wants a chance to compete for a division title every year. Because if you're doing that every year, if you're competing for the AFC South every single year, that means in December you're playing meaningful football to win the division title. And then you still have that chance for the wild card, and then you get into the tournament, all bets are off. Because now anything can happen in the tournament. And so that's what you want to do, and you have to make decisions based on that.
It sure seems as we sit here in late November, Tony, that this, it's not make a couple moves this offseason and boom, you're contending again. How did it go so wrong so fast?
Well, I think that's a longer conversation. You go back and you look at the procurement of players and how you built it, and they did. I think what we've done in the draft. It's very. You guys have talked about it. When you got those couple top rounds as guys, those are the guys you have to build a foundation of your team around.
Right.
For two reasons: that they're supposed to be the best players, and it's cheap talent for 4 or 5 years. And you build that, and then you try to sign those guys and keep them in, and that's how the good teams do it. And then you sprinkle in free agency.
Right.
Well, if you look at the success of this team in 2017, the majority of the players that were making huge impacts. When I say that's, a good.
Maybe not a majority, but a lot.
A lot. That's majority is probably not the right word, but a lot are free agents. And when you sign free agents, especially free agents in their late 20s, early 30s, they age fast. And so the window is really, really small. And you spend a lot of money. You got to overspend a free agent. That's been the history of free agency in this league. You overspend. And when you do that in spots, that's okay. But the base of your team and the foundation of who your team is has to be your draft picks. It has to be those guys. Because that is the long-term sustainability of building a team. That's your foundation. And if you look at it right now, if you look at the defense and you go through the guys that were starting yesterday, it's either it's guys that were free agents or guys that were just drafted but aren't performing, and and that makes it hard. So and I'm not listen. It's not fair to put it on any when you are in this situation playing as poor as you are. The human nature and the easy thing, what we all want to do in the media. And the fans, and so I sit in the media, and the fans are sitting listening to us, is saying, this is the problem. And we want to blame one person or one part of the organization, just point the finger and say it's them. And if we just get rid of them, everything will be better, because that's easy. And when you have a stretch of what has happened last year, this year, and you can go back further, and you look at it, we'll just talk about the past year and even boil down to a shorter period of time right now, is that's not one thing. There are, at every level of the organization, you could point to and saying, wow, this needs to be better. And including the players playing. Because at the end of the day, this is a players' league, and guys have to make plays. They have to do what their job and execute at a high level if you want to win. And none of it is happening at any level.
Do the Jaguars miss Marcel Darius? Actually, Beef, why don't you reset for us real quick?
You're listening to Breakfast with Baselli, brought to you by Claude Nolan Cadillac and ClaudeNolanCadillac.com. Beginning lasting relationships since 1905. Breakfast provided by Chick-fil-A.
He went out before the London game. So
that's what I mean. Does he make that much difference in the run
Well,
defense?
It's hard to say one guy, but yeah.
But listen, number one, Marcel Darius is a very good football player,
Mm-hmm.
or has been. Marcel Darius has not been healthy all year. Marcel Darius was starting and playing when they gave up, close to 300 yards, whatever it was, to the Carolina Panthers.
Right.
And with all that said, sure, you miss a big physical body. I mean, the game of football, and people are going to say, well, you played offensive line, but I believe this with everything I got, is the game of football is one, you obviously have to have the guy pulling the trigger if you want to be consistent year in, year out. I'm not saying he has to be top 5, but you have to have a guy who can play the quarterback position at a good to really good level.
Right.
After that, it is a big man sport.
Right.
You need big physical players. And when I will talk about that, you need guys on the offensive line and the defensive line to control the line of scrimmage, because that, at the end of the day, is where the game is won. Because if you can take away the run and stop the run, it allows you to do everything else you want to do on defense. And if you can run the ball, i.e., the Tennessee Titans, when Derrick Henry gets going, everything else opens up. And when you're a team that can control the offensive line and run the ball consistently, it allows you to do everything else you want to do. I mean, I'll go to the Rams. The Rams were one of the best offenses in football last year and the year before because they ran the ball with Todd Gurley and set everything up off the play-action pass.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone wants to talk about, wow, look at what they do in the passing game and all these numbers. Great. You go look at the New Orleans Saints. They have Drew Brees and Michael Thomas, two of the best of their positions. I haven't looked at it this year, but last year they were one of the best running teams in the NFL. because they control the line of scrimmage, they can run the ball, and it allows you to do everything else you want to do. To win football games, you have to run the ball in this league. Yes, passing, you have to have a quarterback. It's how you can get big plays, and you have to get chunk yardage in this league. Agree with all that. But if you can't control either line of scrimmage, you can't win. You cannot sustain it. And that's how you have to build the team. And right now, we can't stop the run. We cannot stop the run. And in my opinion, it is not a schematic thing.
Mm-hmm.
Todd Wash did not forget how to coach football.
Agreed 100% on that one.
I mean, the noise that I hear about Todd Wash and this defensive staff is nonsense. He didn't forget how to coach.
No, but Tony, you also know it's a results-oriented business, so you know what happens next. I mean, this is they're playing horribly, and at some point, does something have to change? I guess that's where. Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong.
I agree with you. I know.
Doug Marrone said it. Like, you get fired in this league, you don't win.
Yeah,
that's the reality. But my point is, you have to look from the top everywhere. You can't just say like, "Oh, if we just fire the defensive coordinator."
Oh, sure.
That's my point. He didn't forget.
And then you have to weigh this in, Tone. Quite honestly, do you make sweeping changes? Does everybody go? And if everybody goes, then you're starting over again, and you've gone through a decade minus 2017 of being the worst team in the NFL, the worst, Tone. So it's at some point you are what you are, and this team at 4-7, losing 3 straight to. Like, usually we can find some silver lining here. There's no silver lining right now, friend.
How about this silver lining? And Tony, you tell me if you agree. If there is a complete changeover, regime changeover, I will say this. The new regime, compared to every other regime changeover, is going to have more talent than any other one did.
Some good young players.
I do think there's right, and a lot. Sometimes when we were going from Jack to Malarkey or Malarkey to Gus, the team was just so awful.
When we went from Malarkey to Gus,
and we never had a quarterback.
When we went from Malarkey to Gus, everybody wanted him to strip it down, so they stripped it down.
Yeah.
But when you strip it down, you got to build it back up quickly,
which they didn't do.
But anyway, you go ahead, Tom.
Terribly.
Yeah. Take the ball and comment on all this.
Well, listen. The one thing that I do like about this, where I work and where I live and the team I love, is that we all can speculate what's going to happen. There's one guy making the decision.
Right.
There's one guy.
Yeah.
He's going to make the decision. That is Shad Khan of what happens. And he'll listen, and he will, I'm sure, have several points of input, but he's going to make the final call.
And he's shown a proclivity for being patient here, like maybe more so than a lot of people would expect. I mean, Gus Bradley got a lot of opportunity. I mean, Dave Caldwell's got a lot of opportunities. I mean, so who knows what he's going to do? But I agree. But he has shown, it's just tough at this point after what we've just watched.
And I guess is when you say sweeping changes, I don't like. What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm talking everybody. I'm talking
from the trainer to the nutritionist.
I'm talking, to
the janitor.
Is Tom going to leave? Is Dave going to leave? Is Doug going to leave? Is the entire and if all they leave, then obviously all the coaches leave. I don't know. I'm just at 4. It's a results-oriented business. We all know that. When you're 4-7 and you're not very good, if I said to you, Tony Baselli, who's better than the Jaguars? Well, you'd have a much shorter list if you told me who's worse than the Jaguars right now.
Sure.
I guess that's and then the obviously player changes come with a new regime, and who do you get? And it's just there's a lot of football left still. Okay. But we are not seeing anything that is going to make us think that this team is going to go and win 3 or 4 of their last 5. Not anything at this point.
Well, I would say the only. I guess my response is I don't know what changes are going to be made.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, nobody does. You're right. I agree with you.
And I don't. I always get a little bit uncomfortable. One, because there's a lot of people that I really like down there.
Yeah, so do I. I hate it.
They know. They know.
Who's going to get fired? Who's not?
They know that, though, Tony.
But I will say this: if you think just changing coaching fixes everything, that's wrong.
Yeah.
That is not accurate, in my opinion.
That's fair.
And so if let's just fire this coach or let's just fire all the coaches, that doesn't fix it, in my opinion. Because
it depends on who you hire, Tony. It can fix it.
No, but Jeff, I think it's bigger than that. What I'm watching on tape, I'll go back to Todd Wash did not forget how to coach.
Well, let me ask you this:
did not figure out
is he flexible enough to change what his scheme is if it's not working? I guess that will be the comeback to that statement.
Jeff, they do. They have done different things.
Okay, I'm asking.
And Tony, correct me.
The misnomer is this: like, oh, Todd Wash has this system. He just sits there and says, to be damned with everyone else, we are just doing this.
Right.
That's your problem, not mine. That is not accurate.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Tony, but don't San Francisco and Seattle basically run, or the Chargers and San Francisco run basically the same defense that we run?
I mean, the foundation of it is, but there's variations to what they do. But like San Francisco's best defense.
Yeah, and players make the plays, so it goes down to the players too. I think that's your point.
That's my point.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to have the right guy.
Yeah, and that's fair. I mean, it's not. Listen,
the Chargers are top. I think 6th in the NFL.
I mean,
I think Seattle's top. I don't know where they are, but I think they're top 10 or somewhere in there. They're above average. No,
I mean,
Seattle wins. Seattle wins because they run the ball and they have Russell Wilson.
The
a lot of sense.
Have you looked at the tape yet?
Yeah.
The big fella inside is not playing particularly well right now, is he?
Lou Calais?
Yeah.
No.
And so that's
but here's the thing. But because he's having to play more reps than he should.
Yeah, but didn't he? I think they tried to get him. Didn't they move Allen and in more with Jan and they get Calais off the field a little bit yesterday? I looked out there. I saw Avery, Taven Bryan's getting a lot of snaps. I mean,
but they're not making plays. I mean,
they're not making plays. Nobody's making plays. I'm just saying this again. This is a highly invested in part of the football team that is not.
And that's a problem.
And including the middle linebacker, too, who we've talked a lot about. And so
he's not playing well.
And I will continue to say, and here's one other thing, Tone, and Todd Wash stands by this, too. I don't know if he's a middle linebacker. I just don't.
Okay, Dan, where are you going to put him?
I'm going to play him outside. I mean,
where? Like a strong side linebacker, so he's going to play 15% of the snaps?
No. Didn't he play in 17? What did he play?
He played outside linebacker.
But he was on the field all the time.
No, and then he came in at middle linebacker and sub.
Mm-hmm.
The same position he's playing right now.
Yeah.
The exact same.
Well, why is he playing
everyone
poorly
says,
then?
move him outside.
Yeah.
Everyone says, move him outside. Like, where? You want to put him at will? He's never played will linebacker.
Put him at safety. Maybe he can tackle.
He's not playing good football. And there was moments last year. I mean, it wasn't like all,
right.
peaches and cream last year either.
No, I'm aware of that. It's just it's very disappointing, big fella. That's all. We're all hurting here, friend.
Well, listen, it's frustrating for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, and the one thing that like the majority of those guys, which I feel for the players too, because it's not like they want to get beat. It's not like they're just laying down. Like it's not like they're not working and trying to get it done, but they're not. And they're not playing. They're not playing at the level that is good enough to win. And I'm not putting it all on the players. I'm not putting it all on Tom and Dave. I'm not putting it all on the coaches. It's when you play the way
it's a combination.
It is
sure,
all of the above.
I agree, and it's sad and it's just depressing. And
hell, the radio broadcast would be blamed for part of it.
You guys might have had a bad day yesterday as well.
There's some talk that perhaps in your little fantasy segment you took Ryan Tannehill. What the heck?
Well, because I had no choice. Because I'm like the biggest Jag homer, as everyone knows. Why I get in trouble with saying 7-0. I mean, I say things half the time that I'm not always convinced I believe, but I'm try to convince myself.
Right.
I play this fantasy game every week, and you can't pick the same guy more than once.
Right.
And so once you pick him, he's off the table. So we go into the yesterday. There's only 4 games to choose from, and I was picking last because I was the best team last week. And it gets to me, and I have to pick a quarterback, and there's no quarterbacks left I can pick except for Ryan Tannehill.
Sounds like a heck of a pick to me.
Yeah, but I don't want to. I'd rather lose than take Tannehill, but he was the only guy, so I took him, and then I got just.
Well, he scored a lot of points, Tony. Tell him how smart you were.
You'll be picking last again next week, Tone.
He only had 4 touchdowns and 250 yards.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're on this afternoon with Prisco. You guys going to get after it a little bit?
Well, listen. This is the thing that'll be uncomfortable this afternoon from 4 to 6. Pete will be like literally naming and firing people as throughout the show, and I'll.
Cringe.
It's easy to be sitting there firing people from South Florida.
Yes, it is.
And it's listen, I hate this. I really hate this for multiple reasons. Let me list the reasons I hate it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it for our fan base because it's not fun.
Right.
And you want to do better, and you want to have a winner for the fan base. I hate it for the players because I've been there on bad teams, and it's not going your way. And, like, it doesn't matter how hard you work sometimes, it just goes against you. Sometimes you're just not good enough. I'm not a good player.
Yeah.
And, or whatever it is, or you get bad breaks. And I hate it for, Tom, Dave, and all the coaches.
Yep.
Because you're talking about guys' lives. They care. They work their tails off.
Yes, they do.
And I don't want to see anyone get fired. I don't like talking about
no.
We just do it so nonchalant.
Yeah, well, that's because I'd rather have a team that doesn't have 9 losing double-digit loss seasons in 10 years.
Jeff, you're missing my point. I'm not saying it's not.
No,
I get
know.
it. No, I just don't like it.
Here's what I used to be more in your, and I'm the same way, Tony. Don't get me wrong.
By the way, listen, what I just do.
They know it though. They know it. They know.
Yeah.
They know it's part of the narrative. They know if you don't win, the fans are calling for you, and you just don't like it yourself. You get it.
I don't like it. Like it's much. And get me. I'm a little bit of a. I get it because like when I do the national stuff, it's much easier for me to talk about. Well, they've got to be gone or whatever.
Yeah.
But these guys, I like these guys.
No, I hear you.
Like, you don't want to see, I don't like stuff happening to people I, care about, an organization I care about. So it's just a miserable time of year. No one likes it. But at the end of the day, this is what you signed up for, as you guys said, and we've all made our own bed, and they've made it.
Yep.
And now you got to lie in it, and it's going to be unpleasant.
All right, big fella, we got to roll way over. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Tony.
Thanks for speaking honestly, and we'll move on. We'll see what happens.
All right, guys.
All right, there you go.
On to Tampa.
Breakfast with Baselli is now in the gullet. We're back with more next. Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
When your day is long.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. After the game, join Hacker and Leon Searcy for the window world of Northeast Florida fifth quarter. Presented by Florida Pump Service and Atomac Harley-Davidson Motorcycles. Your calls, our analysis.
Amen, right? That's right?
2 hours after the final whistle on game day.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Get Black Friday savings now at Jack Hanania's Hyundai of Orange Park. Get our best deals of the year on hundreds of new Hyundais, like a new 2019 Hyundai Santa Fe, up to $5,000 off MSRP, or as low as $249 per month. Through Sunday only, drive away with 0% interest for up to 72 months, or make no payments for 90 days. That's right, up to $5,000 off, 0% for 72 months, or make no payments for 3 full months. And they're all backed by our exclusive lifetime warranty and 1-year complimentary maintenance. In addition to Hyundai Assurance, America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. A sale this big only happens once a year, and it's happening right now. But it all ends Sunday, so rush to the Black Friday sales event at Jack Hanania's Hyundai of Orange Park on Blanding Boulevard or online at HyundaiofOrangePark.com. Offers cannot be applied. Offers with approved credit on select vehicles. 0% at $13.88 per thousand finance. $249 per month. Is 36-month lease for $3,500 down. 10,000 miles per year. No security deposit required. Plus tax, tag, and fees. See dealer for details.
Republic Services is now hiring CDL drivers in Duval and St. Johns counties. Join the team of over 33,000 employees across the U.S. with Republic Services. New drivers get a $2,000 sign-on bonus and competitive benefits. Over 50% of managers in Northeast Florida started their careers as drivers. You can build a career too. Join the Republic Services team and make a positive impact on your community and environment. For more information and to apply, wear the star, drive your career, visit republicservices.com.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist brings you the 1010XL Gator podcast channel. I'm Frank Frangie. Dan Hicken and I have all things Gators with new episodes every Monday. And then Hacker and Denny Thompson have Gator Bites on Wednesday. Search 1010XL Gator in Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and SoundCloud. Or visit 1010XL.com.
Now, guys, I'm going to say laser hair removal, and you're going to try to tune me out thinking that's something just for women. No, this is for everyone. Think about it. We all have embarrassing, unwanted hair. My husband, a great example of Ideal Image Med Spa, how they can change a guy's life, too. Celebrating Black Friday at Ideal Image, by the way, with BOGO. Buy one area of laser hair removal. Get the second area for free. Your back, your chest, your neck. Tired of dealing with that embarrassing unwanted hair, right? Ideal Image Med Spa is America's #1 choice for laser hair removal. They only employ the top licensed nursing and medical professionals in the country, and Ideal Image offers in-house payment plans. Call. It's a private, complimentary consultation. 904-652-0652. That's 904-652-0652. Located at the Markets at Town Center, US 17, just south of Orange Park on Fleming Island, and St. Augustine in Diane's Marketplace. Medical Director Dr. Holly Hickman, idealimage.com.
I love the fall in Jacksonville. You know what else is absolutely out of this world? The fall over at the Blue Crab House. Sit out on that deck, enjoy the best Bloody Marys in town. Absolutely a staple right here throughout the city. Located on Jewington Creek Road in San Jose, the best seafood, crabs, oysters, it does not matter. Locally owned and operated going back to 1996. I'm talking about the Blue Crab House, located on Jewington Creek Road in San Jose.
Prosser here. I got a tackling plan that works, a team that can tackle your plumbing problems. Listen, you put a lot of work into getting your home ready for Thanksgiving. Are you ready for that old, inefficient water heater to conk out this week? Quit when you need it most? Let Fenwick replace that old water heater today and take $100 off just in time for the holidays. Call 660-0556. You'll get a highly trained, fully licensed Fenwick plumber to your home fast. And because Fenwick is Jacksonville's favorite plumbing team, you already qualify for a 1-year warranty that will cover every hot shower and everything else now through next Thanksgiving. Holidays are here. Don't get caught holding the bag with no hot water or any other problem. Not when Fenwick is around. They guarantee you get hot water today or you don't pay as long as you call anytime before 4 o'clock Monday through Friday. So let's get rid of that old water heater and get one that's working. Put Fenwick on the job. Mention me when you call 660-0556 or visit fenwickplumbing.com.
Here's a quick tip from your fast file bankruptcy expert, Don Dufresne with the law offices of Parker & Dufresne. When facing bankruptcy, it's important to have the advice and assistance of an attorney. Our File Fast program allows us to file your bankruptcy immediately and collect attorney's fees after filing. Get a head start on financial freedom. Visit jackslawcenter.com or call us today at 904-733-7766. Relief, restore, renew. Parker & Dufresne, offices Jacksonville.
Defense wins championships. This is the Defensive Player of the Game, presented by Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
Yannick Ngakoue rocked out in the Music City for the Teal and Black. The former third-round selection got busy as he finished with 2 tackles, a sack, and forced as well as recovered a fumble in the ball game. Yan did everything in his power to lock the offense up and not let them out. Yannick Ngakoue is your Superior Fence and Rail's defensive player of the game.
Searching for a fence? Challenge yourself to find a fence company with more positive online reviews than Superior Fence and Rail. With over 750 total online reviews and a 4.8 out of 5 review average, Superior Fence and Rail is superior. So take the online challenge or let their professional team show you what superior service looks like. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
When you're on the fence about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
How tough is the new 2019 Crewmax Toyota truck? Well, it's tough enough for Ernie Palmer Toyota and 1010XL to give one away this fall. Fact is, Ernie Palmer Toyota now has your toughest and coolest Tundras, Tacomas, Highlanders, and Sequoias just sitting around waiting for you to drive. So visit Ernie Palmer Toyota today and keep an eye out for the Ernie Palmer Weekly Pick'em Contest this football season on 1010XL.com, where you'll have a chance to win a Crewmax Toyota Tundra, only from Ernie Palmer Toyota.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
If you change your mind, take a chance.
All right, we're back here on the drill, the Monday Morning Quarterback, DivorceMenOnly.com. It's time for today's 1010 Take, brought to you by Lloyd's Construction and Consulting, providing first-class construction services. And I would just leave it with one word: housekeeping, or should we say house cleaning. There are certain times over the lifespan of a franchise where you have to make tough decisions, and you have to change the direction and the vision of the franchise. We are to that point in time here in Jacksonville. And sure, do you feel for guys whose job is being bandied about on, sports talk shows and television newscasts and fan message boards? No, not really. You know what you're signing up for when you're a head coach or a GM or an important person in an NFL franchise. You know that when you win, you get great glory and riches, and when you lose, you get fired. That's how it works. This is a Jacksonville Jaguars football franchise that you guys have supported beyond belief, considering we are on our way to our 8th double-digit loss season in the last 9 years. There is no rationalizing anything positive. And I think that that's one thing that makes this inevitability happen. Often when teams bottom out, there is something there that makes you glimmer that it could get changed around as much as a year without major changes. This team doesn't seem to have that. There is not something they're doing extraordinary, and so let's button up some other. They're getting soundly and thoroughly whipped at every turn. That's the 10-10 Take, brought to you by Lloyd's Construction and Consulting, providing first-class construction services.
10-10 Take.
Now it's official.
You know, there is a new top 20 out by the Associated Press, and I was thinking about this the other day. There's 6 New Year's 6 bowls. That means there's 12 spots for the New Year's 6 bowls, and including those New Year's 6 are the 2, semifinal games, which will take up the top 4. So in essence, then there are 4 other bowls for eight teams. The Gators are ranked 8th in the AP poll. To me, that would mean they would be a lock for one of the New Year's 6 bowls, but it may not necessarily be the case. You have to understand that there's room for the Power Non-5, which I get, and that's fine. So that would be, I don't know, is it Memphis, Cincinnati?
Whoever the one is, they're all about the same.
Probably
they're all
Memphis.
About 20th, all of them.
17.
None of them deserving of an Orange Bowl bid. But
so anyway,
whatever.
They won't. They'll go to the Cotton.
Either way.
And then the Orange Bowl, speaking of non-deserving, there's an ACC slot there for the Orange Bowl. So I was talking at the Clay County Gator Club the other day, and one of the guys had said that he was down in Miami, and the Orange Bowl committee would love a Florida-Notre Dame game, which would be fun, but I think there are certain rules that maybe preclude them from doing that. But it'll be interesting to see, and this is all based on the assumption that Florida beats FSU and goes to 10-2, but it wouldn't hurt.
18-point favorites, Florida over the Noles.
Yeah. It wouldn't hurt if the teams in front of them, that would be Utah, Oklahoma, were to lose a game. And I think Florida still has a very good chance of getting in the New Year's 6 bowls if 2 SEC teams make it to the championship, which looks like there's a good possibility of that happening. Because I think if Georgia, if Georgia loses, I think Alabama gets in. And then the next question is, would the Sugar Bowl want Georgia again? Because they had them 1 year ago, and I don't know what the rules are.
Georgia deserves the higher bowl bid over Florida. I think I'm not worried about Oklahoma and Utah. They should get theirs as winners of major conferences. But at the end of the day, Florida, despite about to be 10-2, I believe, and ranked in the top probably 6 by the end of the year, to be honest with you. I mean, more teams here about to lose because of matchups are still verifiably 4th in their own league. So if you're handing out New Year's Day 6 games, there, and you're going down the list in the conference, you're going to run out of spots by the time you get to the Gators, despite how decent they're doing right now. So,
well, Minnesota plays Wisconsin this week. Minnesota is 9th, so they could leapfrog Florida maybe if they won. Michigan plays Ohio State. What if Michigan upset Ohio State?
I was wondering that. It's going to be a good conversation point at sometime this week.
What if Virginia Tech, who we suspect will beat Virginia, what if they pull the upset and beat Clemson? I mean, there's some things that can still happen now.
Well, that would really make Selection Sunday interesting, or whatever day they do it.
The better chaos, the more I like it, because as you know, I really wanted to see them go to a 8-team playoff, and hopefully they will. And if it were an 8-team playoff, I would trust it would be the 5 champions and then the 2 wild cards and maybe the non-Power 5 or 3 wild cards, however you want to do it. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see if Florida does end up in a bowl game. It is Florida State week, and Florida State still without a coach. And who knows
we know. Yeah, I mean, nothing's going to happen.
I would suspect if you go by.
It's supposed to be next Monday, by the way. It doesn't feel like that, does it?
Yeah, they should be. You would think they'd be. Mark Stoops, I think, took his name out of consideration.
Yeah, so did his record.
Yeah. I think that's more like him when he does that. That's might be that
they told him he's not.
Yeah, we're not interested in you.
Yeah, if your brother won't take it, we're not taking you.
Don't forget to vote in our drill poll question of the day presented by Lockett
All right,
Law.
let me tell you what the answer will be and what it should be. What do we got?
858-9818. Call Lee Lockett. Know before you blow. The most disappointing thing about Sunday's loss, the run defense. That's 3 straight games at 200-plus yards. Again,
okay.
As Tony said, it's 150 is bad. 200 is unfathomable.
It's so pitiful.
Foles
really
not
is.
good enough. Coaching, no adjustments, or Titans again and again and again.
I'm going to go A is the winner, should be and is.
What, run defense?
Yeah.
It's coaching, no adjustments, 38% with more than 800 votes in at Dan Hicken.
Do you really think that
run defense, 21% Foles not good enough, and Titans again and again and again.
Do you really
13%.
think that the coaches 3 weeks in a row haven't made any adjustments? They just keep running out the same thing?
I think we're talking more of, you come in, it's halftime, and then all of a sudden the other team kicks
true.
your
now,
A,
yeah,
and
that
you're
that
just
is
sitting there
that is
going,
fair.
what
And
happened?
that's where, to me, Foles isn't getting enough criticism. They scored 3 and 7. Forget the run defense and how these games are ending.
Mm-hmm.
But in first halves of the last 2 games, he scored 3 and 7.
Yeah.
That's not good enough either.
But then you say, well, is it Foles' fault that
I don't know.
The first 6 minutes of the game, they drive the ball down the field, they pick up first downs, they convert, there's great effort, there's Leonard, and then all of a sudden you get a hold and a sack, and that's
fair.
that.
All right, that's fair. Well, you may not know it by watching yesterday. The Jaguars did have a plan going to Nashville. Of course, it's almost comical what it seems that plan was. We'll let you hear from Doug Marrone when we return next. This is The Drill. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The 1010XL studios are kept clean by Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
It's 60 minutes of football. 60 minutes! But there's always a moment when the rubber hits the road.
Hit it.
Listen for the TireOutlet.com Drive of the Game. TireOutlet.com. Wholesale prices, premium service on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray, and we're throwing the flag on those big city dealers charging those big city prices. Come see why everybody's driving the distance to Murray Superstores. If we don't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Our starting All-American lineup wins every time. Plus, our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty on all new and qualified used vehicles puts the blitz on the competition. And we'll trade anything from wore-out bed sheets to football cleats. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Hicken here. You're getting a new roof. You want somebody who's credible. Trust me, I know. Well, go see my friends at Roof It Right. 3-star President's Club Award winner, one of 17 roofers in the nation, GAF Master Elite Contractor. These are the guys you want to trust to do surgery on your home. These guys name the company Roof It Right because they do. They install every roof, utmost care as if they were paying the mortgage. Warranties the best in the business. All the info right on the site, roofitRightFL.com. Roof It Right, gang, so you can sleep at night.
Are you looking for a company to take care of all your truck and van fleet needs? It's Catlin. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks, and vans too, from ladder racks to laptop stands, van shelving, strobe lights, and seat covers, from the cam locker toolbox to Lear truck caps. At Catlin, we can take care of all your fleet needs. We don't sell trucks, but we outfit them every day. Quality counts at Catlin for 100 years.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
The Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute is now offering online scheduling for new patient appointments for all of their physicians. Simply schedule your appointment on your cell phone, tablet, or desktop. JOI is the first orthopedic practice in North Florida to offer this feature to patients. To schedule your appointment online, visit joi.net and click on the button at the top of the page. If you'll be using insurance, be sure and have your information handy. JOI, where the pros go.
Stay close to the Seminoles with the Florida State Seminole Report.
Willie Taggart's out. Who's in? We track the Noles coaching search.
Brought to you by Performance Painting. Quality coatings applied with pride on 1010XL.
For the best price and service when it comes to your waste hauling and collecting, look no further than the A-Team at All-American Roll-Off and Recycling. Jeff Prosser here, and let me tell you, you're not going to find an easier way to handle your project cleanups than calling in the A-Team at All-American. A J.B. Coxwell company, All-American Roll-Off and Recycling has brand new trucks and cans in all sizes to fit your project needs. No hidden fees. Count on the best price in town. When it comes to cleaning up when the job is done, go with the A-Team at All-American Roll-Off and Recycling. Visit us at all-americanrolloff.com.
Rooted in the heart of the community, By Your Side Senior Care is your trusted source of quality in-home care for your loved ones. From companionship to personal care, we offer the complete solution when it comes to private duty care. And as a family-owned and operated business, you can rest assured we'll always go above and beyond to deliver the standards you and your family truly deserve. Discover all we have to offer at ByYourSideFL.com. ByYourSideFL.com.
By Your Side Senior Care. Stream Song, the ultimate buddy golf experience. 3 nights, 3 courses, 1 extraordinary golf experience. With the Stream Song Tour Package, you'll play 3 of the most highly acclaimed and widely pursued courses in the game today. Stream Song Black, Red, and Blue. The package includes 3 nights luxury guest room accommodation, 1 round on Stream Song Red, Blue, and Black, breakfast each day, and your choice of restaurants. To book your Stream Song Tour Package, please call 855-329-1936.
The members of Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians have been helping build Jacksonville for 118 years. They've built the offices where you work, the power plants that light our city, and the hospitals where your children were born. Local 234 would like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving and thank you to all the members and contractors for their continued support and partnership. Local 234. Make the right connection.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Mike Dempsey here. Hey folks, imagine your next tailgate overlooking the crowd from a top deck veranda before the big game. The Party Shack Tailgate Village is no shack, it's a whole village of VIP tailgating suites with all-inclusive beer, wine, and alcohol, plus catered food provided by Publix, access to air conditioning, private restrooms, plus HD TVs and top deck views all for one price. The Buccaneers game is nearly sold out, so get in on the Party Shack Tailgate now at jacksvillage.com. That's jacksvillage.com.
They say time is money, and at Claude Nolan Cadillac, we respect your time and strive to make your every visit a pleasure. Serving Jacksonville since 1905, Claude Nolan Cadillac owners come back again and again. Why? Because you're not just a customer. You are a part of the family. And now, save money on a large inventory of 2019 select models of XT4s and XT5s, starting at $339 per month. Visit Claude Nolan on Southside Boulevard, or go to ClaudeNolanCadillac.com. Beginning lasting relationships since 1905. See dealer for details.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Dan, I've heard of a lot of game plans through my years. Typically, when you get to the NFL, it can involve multiple layers of both deception and strategy. Mm-hmm. Things have been so bad for the Jaguars that we learned that, well, what a big part of the plan was this week for Jacksonville when Doug Marrone unleashed this bombshell in the postgame. You were there.
We had a good tackling plan.
Good tackling plan, Hick. Let me tell you something about a tackling plan. It's the most base animalistic instinct in sports. There's the guy, go tackle him. Do we get any further explanation on the tackling plan? Are we sure it wasn't a tickle plan someone suggested earlier? Coach, I got Derrick Henry right up underneath the arm. A tackle plan? Can you explain to me there with some, I don't know, maybe some substance to what was going on? Did he say we had a tackling plan? Isn't the plan to always tackle the freaking guy? What is there?
We had a good tackling plan.
Do we have different angles? Is there like a draw, like a diagram? Did we have a couple of old guys in gray sweatsuits? A handout on the plane?
I think we're picking on Dougie Fresh a little bit here.
What do you mean? A tackling plan. Yeah. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
I got a good tackling plan for every team in the league at any level of football for the rest of their existence. Tackle them! Tackling plan, Beef. I got a tickle plan for you, pal.
Christian McCaffrey leads the NFL with 1,100 yards rushing. Michael Thomas now 104 catches this year, 1,242 yards. What a monster year this kid's having. And then Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, by the way, the two receivers we'll see on Sunday, both over 1,000 yards already with Jameis Winston throwing the ball. So,
that's okay. We're going to have a coverage plan for the game.
Better have one because Jameis, who will throw some picks along the way, has thrown for a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns as well. So that's what we got staring at us next as we get ready for the Bucs. But again, the season is shot. It's done. There's not much left to look ahead. The Jaguars would pick 9th in the draft right now. If the draft were tomorrow, we've made the top 10, so we got that going for us.
Never in my life, to a fault, I've wanted the Jags to win every game. The fault being, obviously, the Andrew Luck scenario. To a fault, I want them to keep winning. I'd rather win games. At this point, with this team, I am so over anything that they are capable of that they may as well just lose the rest of the games and get a higher draft pick.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of good with those high draft picks.
We need some new people picking them. I believe that, too. At some point, we got to give somebody else a chance to build a winner. We got 8 double-digit loss seasons in the last 9 years.
That's well aware of that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So I would assume Shad Khan is too. I mean, that's not a fluke kick. I mean, we got. It seems pretty, obvious what you have to do at some point.
Jameis Winston, 22 touchdowns and 20 picks. So you want them to fire everybody? Is that the stand?
Well, taking? I mean, I don't know about everybody. I mean, every single person. Yeah, the guy's picking the players and the guy's coaching them. Right. I think it's run its course.
Coughlin's going to get fired. Caldwell, Marone, and then the whole new regime comes in.
What do you mean that's going to happen? You're asking me to predict if that's going to happen, or should that happen?
I
think a 100% clean sweep of everything with new vision and direction would be in order. Do you disagree?
I haven't really. Do I disagree with firing everybody?
Okay, again, I don't mean like the joking, embellishing is everyone from the janitor to the trainer, but the head honchos at each level.
I would let the season play out, but it doesn't look good. Yeah, that's what I would say.
That's all, and I'm not saying with all due respect to everything. Every hour that they put in and every victory that's come up, it's just not good enough, Dan. Year in and year out, we're terrible.
Yeah.
So suddenly it's just going to reappear, and here's what's also concerning is Tom came in and they did. They had a jump. They had a push in 2017. No staying power also concerns me.
Yeah.
Right? When you flare up like that and then you go bye-bye again for another 5 years.
Well, we thought in 17 the team was, kind of built to stay, to last, and it just hasn't happened, and things happen along the way, and you lose key players, and, and away you go, and you look up, and all of a sudden you're 4-7, and, it's not like teams are throwing the ball, but they don't have to throw the ball. We'll find out more on Sunday about the secondary, but the front seven has been just not very good.
I think it's dangerous because I know that there are some fans that are still upset about Jalen leaving and Telvin Smith leaving and what those losses did to the roster. I would remind everyone that with Jalen and with Telvin, the defense last year was terrible.
Yeah.
Was just getting blitzed for 50 points a game. So
it wasn't as terrible as it was this year.
Correct.
And losing Telvin and ultimately Jalen obviously has hurt the football team.
But it wouldn't be the difference in right now being 7-4, I don't believe.
Well, we'll never know. So, but I mean, it's just, the guys who are there are not playing well either. So, from the top down, it just hasn't been good enough, and you're stuck at 4-7, and you're not looking at any kind of a hope. I'm not going to sit here and say I hope we lose every game. I want us to go find a way to get our 5th win of the year against the Bucs, and then I want us to somehow beat the Chargers and give the fans something to feel good about and be 6-7. Do I think this will happen? No, but that's what I'd like to happen. I'd like to go spoil Oakland's last game ever in Oakland, California. They got beat by the Jets 34-3 yesterday. So, but man, oh man, it is, it is tough times. Tough times around the stadium right now, and we'll see if anything moves today or if there's any changes on the way. But these are questions that are going to have to be decided by Shad Khan and Shad Khan alone. He'll talk to certain people and decide which way this franchise is going to go.
Just feels stagnant. I've been here for as long as we've been here. You kind of get a sense for. I don't.
What do you mean stagnant?
There's nothing. There's no positive moment. Last year wasn't an aberration from the good year before. It's what we are. We're getting worse.
Yeah.
So you peak in 2017, and now you're worse in 18 than 17, and now you're worse in 19 than 18.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be the path.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean by stagnant. It feels it's unenergetic. We get to the point where you lose every week and the same things are said, and there's no inclination at all that this is a team that's close to being a contender.
No, there's none of that. But I don't. Yeah, unenergetic. I don't know.
That's like just a different view.
Yeah.
Completely different. That's all.
Yeah.
Again. Coughlin's not going to go forever if it's out of some allegiance and respect for everything that he's done here, because that certainly exists. I mean, what he did from the get-go. But this team isn't improving. The roster's not getting better. It's getting worse. For, the reasons, who knows for sure. Like, completely. But, at the end of the day, it's we look like we're in fourth place in the division and are the fourth worst team in the division with some serious...
You are what you are, and you deserve to be where you are.
And some serious improvement has to be made, or it'll be the same thing next year. Just as we're going to finish this year where or worse than we did last year. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, and that's making some big moves in the offseason. I mean, it's a big move when you go spend $88 million on a quarterback. Granted, he got hurt, so who knows how that would have played out exactly. Well, I do know one organization that's a tip-top and runs smooth, and it's paradise. It's Pet Paradise with locations all over town. The holidays are here, gang. Maybe too late for you to get your reservation at Pet Paradise for this Thanksgiving, but maybe not. Check with the location nearest you, but a compatibility test awaits your dog as soon as you show up there. They are always kept in a fun, friendly environment, always safe. In fact, tiny town for the smaller dogs. But the great thing about Pet Paradise is that there are all of these different services all under one roof. Whether it's grooming, veterinary services, play dates, long-term. They got climate-controlled kennels. They have an expert staff, management on staff at location 24/7 live there. Literally. So your dog is always more than well cared for. It is Pet Paradise. Paradise for your pet and paradise for pet owners who can be completely confident that while they're away or while they need their dog taken care of, that it is being done with 100% TLC. It's Pet Paradise. Find out more at petparadise.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. You can now watch The Drill and Frangie Show live every day on YouTube and Twitch. On YouTube, search 1010XL Video, all one word. On Twitch, search 1010XL Jacksonville, all one word. Watch The Drill and Frangie live 7 to 9 a.m. and 3 to 5 p.m. on YouTube and Twitch.
When you hear Honda, you automatically think safety, value, reliability. Now think sale. Big sale and low interest rates. This is our last sale of the year during Happy Honda Days at your local Honda dealer. Don't miss it.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, we're here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You only get